good morning. Today we are going to start the new chapter. Okay, solutions. We are familiar with the word solution, isn't it? We have observed and made a several type of solution. Okay, so in our day-to-day life, all substances are made up of either pure substances or mixture. So these are always the combination of solution. Okay, now look at this figure. This figure shows a different type of solution, isn't it? So there are different colorful type of solution. There are many instances where solutions are made use of. Okay, here many of the liquid medicines and food materials are solutions we are using in our daily life. Food drinks like coffee, tea, etc. are solutions. Okay, while some other are suspended materials which we are using as a medicines and other solution such as ink, paint, varnishes, etc. etc. So the food we eat is made up of soluble before it's reaching with our blood. Okay, so all these instances are made up of solutions. Okay. Okay. Now we have to study two important topics related with solution. Okay. Here the new word is solute plus solvent. When solute and solvent are combined together to form solution. Okay. So, solution is the combination of solute and solvent. Then what is the meaning of solute and solvent? Solute means in a solution, the constituent which is present in smaller amount. Okay. So, the substance which is present in smaller amount is known as solute. And solvent means the substance which is present in larger amount is known as solvent. So don't change this word. Solute means the constituent present in smaller amount and solvent means the constituent present in larger amount in the solution. Okay. Nearly for solvent 90% we are using water. So always for making all the solutions, we are using water as a solvent. That's why water is called as universal solvent. Okay, because water is used for all the purposes. That's why we are calling water as universal solvent. Okay, so here what is meant by solution? Solution is the combination of solute and solvent. Solute means the substance which is present in smaller amount in the solution and the solvent means the substance which is present in larger amount is known as solvent. Okay, so these two combines together to form a solution. Let me see some examples for solution. Here I am going to make solid plus liquid solution. Okay, generally solid plus solid gives solid. Okay, suppose we are using copper and gold to form coins. So here copper is a solid solution and gold is a solid solution. So both the solid solution are mixing together to form one more solid solution. So here coins are formed. Okay. Then solid gives solid. Then what about solid plus liquid? Solid plus liquid. Let me take one example. Here we are using sugar or salt. Okay, I am using salt here plus liquid. For liquid we are using water. What happens here? This salt is dissolved in this water and form which one, solid or liquid? Liquid. Okay. So here solid and liquid combines together to form liquid. Here salt plus water combines together to form liquid solution, salt solution. Okay. So these are the examples. And one more example. Gas plus liquid. What happens? When gas is passed through a liquid, it forms liquid. Okay. So Suppose we are passing carbon dioxide gas into the liquid water, it forms soda water. So liquid is formed. Okay. So ഇങ്ങനെയല്ലേ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചത് ഓരോ സൊല്യൂഷൻ നമ്മൾ മിക്സ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിനനുസരിച്ചിട്ട് അവിടെ സൊല്യൂഷൻ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ആവും. അപ്പോൾ ഗ്യാസും ലിക്വിഡും കൂടി മിക്സ് ആവുമ്പോൾ ലിക്വിഡ് ആണ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ആവുന്നത്. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ CO2 ഗ്യാസ് പ്ലസ് H2O രണ്ടും കൂടി മിക്സ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ സോഡ വാട്ടർ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ആവും. അപ്പൊ ഇതെല്ലാവരും സൊല്യൂഷൻസിനുള്ള എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആണ്. Okay. So what is meant by solution? Solution is a combination of solute plus solvent. So there are different kind of solution such as solid plus solid, solid, liquid plus liquid, liquid, gas plus gas, gas. Such as when gas is passed through a liquid, it forms liquid solution. Okay, example soda water. So these are the examples for solution. Okay, the next one, we have to calculate the percentage. So what is the number of percentage present in this solution? Okay, how can you calculate the number of percentage, the amount of solute or solvent present in this solution? Okay, that means if we have to calculate the number of solute, the formula is mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. Okay, so what is the formula? Suppose if we are calculating the number of solute, we have to use mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. So this is the formula. Okay, suppose if we are going to calculate the number of solvent, what is the gram of solvent present here? We have to change this formula. Instead of solute, we have to use mass of solvent. Okay, so mass of solvent divided by mass of solution into 100. So commonly these are very minute particles. For that we are using ppm. Okay, so note down this point, ppm. So this ppm is used to express the smaller amount of particles. Okay, so ppm is the unit, parts per million. So here the expansion is parts per million. So this unit is used to express minute particles. Okay, so വളരെ minute particles present ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും ഒരു സൊല്യൂഷനിൽ. അതിനെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു അളവാണ് ppm, parts per million. Okay, what is the meaning of ppm? Parts per million. So here parts per million is used to express the smaller amount of particles which is present in the solution. Okay, next we are moving on to three important topics. Okay, first one, concentrated and diluted solution. Okay, concentrated and diluted. So there is a difference between concentrated and diluted solution. Okay, how can we make concentrated solution? Concentrated means the intensity is very more. Okay, so intensity is more in concentrated. Intensity means the color. The intensity of color was very more in concentrated solution. And what about diluted solution? The intensity is very less. അതിന്റെ കളർ ഇല്ലേ, കളർ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ആവുന്നത് ഇതിൽ ലെസ് ആയിരിക്കും, ഇതിൽ മോർ ആയിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ we are taking two beaker. Okay, two separate beaker for preparing concentrated and diluted solution. Here in the first beaker we are taking some amount of water, and in the second beaker also same amount of water. Okay, and in the first beaker we are going to add 2 tablespoons of potassium permanganate. Okay, so in the beaker A we are adding only 2 tablespoons of which one? Potassium permanganate. And in the second beaker we are adding 1 tablespoon of potassium permanganate. Okay, now we have to observe the changes. What happens here? Which beaker shows more intensity, more color? In the first one. Okay, first beaker, isn't it? because in the first beaker we are adding 2 tablespoons and in the second beaker only half of the tablespoon is added. So the intensity of color is more in the beaker A. That intensity is known as concentrated solution. Here the number of solute is more. Okay, and here the number of solute is lesser. So solvent or same. Okay, solvent means here we are using water as a solvent. So both the beaker, the solvent are same, but which one is different? Solute is more amount. Solute is present in more amount in beaker A, and the solute which is present in lesser amount in beaker B. Okay, this is known as concentrated and diluted solution. So what is the difference between concentrated and diluted? In concentrated solution, what are the 2 points? We can conclude 2 points. Okay. In concentrated solution, what happens here? First one, solute is more. Okay. So it contains more amount of solute. But in diluted solution, it contains only less amount of solute. And in the second point, the intensity is very more. The color of solution is very more. And in the diluted solution, the intensity is very less. So there are 2 differences between concentrated and diluted solution. First one is it contains more amount of solute and the intensity is very more. But in diluted solution, the intensity and solute is very less. Now look at this figure. This figure shows diluted and concentrated solution. Okay, look at this beaker. What happens here? In the first beaker, the intensity of solution is very less because we are taking only a smaller amount of solution. Okay, and in the second beaker, the intensity and the number of solute is more because concentrated solution leads to more intensity and more number of solute. Okay, next one. We are going to study 3 important topics such as saturated, unsaturated, and supersaturated. Okay, here our first topic is saturated. So there are 3 types of solution based on number of solute. The first one is saturated, and the second one is unsaturated. Third one is supersaturated. Okay. So here the first topic is saturated. Listen. Here we are taking one beaker. In this beaker, some amount of water is taken, and first of all, we are adding 3 tablespoons of salt. Okay. And we have to stir it well. Stir means നമ്മൾ കലക്കില്ലേ അത് നന്നായി മിക്സ് ചെയ്യണം. Okay. Then after that we are adding 2 more tablespoons. Okay. Then we have to stir it well. Then after some time, if you are adding 1 more spoon, what happens here? The solute is not dissolved. അല്ല അങ്ങനെയല്ല. നമ്മൾ ബീക്കർ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ അതിൽ ആദ്യം ഒരു 3 സ്പൂൺ ആഡ് ചെയ്തു, സാൾട്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്തു, നന്നായി മിക്സ് ചെയ്തു. പിന്നെ വീണ്ടും ഒരു 2 സ്പൂൺ നമ്മൾ സാൾട്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്തു, നന്നായി മിക്സ് ചെയ്തു. അപ്പൊ ഇപ്പൊ നന്നായി മിക്സ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് ആ സൊല്യൂഷൻ അതിൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല. പിന്നെ വീണ്ടും നമ്മൾ കുറച്ചും കൂടി സാൾട്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എന്താ ഉണ്ടാവുക? ആ സാൾട്ട് ചിലപ്പോൾ അതിൽ മിക്സ് ആവില്ല, അടിയിൽ തന്നെ സെറ്റിൽ ആവും. അപ്പൊ ഓൾറെഡി ഉള്ള സാൾട്ട് മൊത്തം അതിൽ ഡിസോൾവ് ആയിട്ട് എക്സ്ട്രാ നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിൽ ഡിസോൾവ് ആവില്ല, അത് അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ സെറ്റിൽ ആവും. So that type of solution is known as saturated solution. Okay. So saturated means the number of solute. The number of solute is more amount of solute is dissolved in this beaker. It is known as saturated solution. Okay. So more amount of solute is dissolved in this beaker is known as saturated solution. Okay. So first of all, we are taking one beaker, and in this beaker we are adding 3 tablespoons. So after that 2 tablespoons, so the complete salt is dissolved. Then we are adding 1 more tablespoon. But what happens? The solute is not dissolved because this solution already reaches the saturation point. That's why the number of solute is not dissolved in this solution. So it is known as saturated solution. Okay, is it clear for you? Saturated എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? നമ്മൾ കുറെ സാൾട്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ആ വെള്ളത്തിലൊക്കെ അത് ഡിസോൾവ് ആകുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ആ വെള്ളം മാത്രമേ കാണാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. പിന്നെയും കൂടുതൽ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എന്താ ഉണ്ടാവുക, പിന്നെ അത് ഡിസോൾവ് ആവില്ല. അപ്പൊ ആ ഡിസോൾവ് ആവണേന്റെ മുന്നേ വரைക്കും നമുക്ക് അത് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ ആ സൊല്യൂഷൻ ആണ് സാച്ചുറേറ്റഡ് സൊല്യൂഷൻ എന്ന് പറയാം. ഓക്കെ, സാച്ചുറേറ്റഡ് മീൻസ് ഇറ്റ് കണ്ടെയ്ൻസ് maximum amount of solute at the given temperature. So what is meant by saturated solution? The maximum amount of solute is dissolved in the solution at a given temperature. It is known as saturated solution. Then second one, unsaturated solution. Unsaturated. So the name itself contains what is meant by unsaturated. Un means not satisfied. Okay, only lesser amount. Suppose we are adding 3 tablespoons of salt. Okay, and if this beaker is already needed 2 or 5 tablespoons, but only we are adding 3 tablespoons of salt here, then what happens? So the number of solute is very less than that is required. It is known as unsaturated solution. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ് unsaturated എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു ബീക്കർ എടുത്തിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് വെള്ളത്തിൽ കുറച്ച് സാൾട്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാണ്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അതിന് കുറച്ചും കൂടി സാൾട്ട് ഇനി ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തു, ആകെ ഒരു 3 സ്പൂൺ മാത്രമേ ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അത് ഡിസോൾവ് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ ഇനിയും നമ്മൾ അതിൽ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അത് ഒരു പക്ഷെ ഡിസോൾവ് ആവും. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ അത് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാതെ കുറച്ച് മാത്രം എടുത്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ലെസർ എമൗണ്ട് മാത്രമേ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ പേരാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയാ, അൺസാച്ചുറേറ്റഡ് സൊല്യൂഷൻ. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ അൺസാച്ചുറേറ്റഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എത്രയാണോ നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യം അതിലും വളരെ കുറച്ച് നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് അൺസാച്ചുറേറ്റഡ്. So the point which before reaching the saturation point is known as unsaturated solution. So the solution before reaching the saturation point, saturation reach ആവുന്നതിന് മുന്നേ നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്യും അവിടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതിനാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്താ പറയാ, unsaturated solution. So here we are using only lesser amount of which one, solute. Okay, and in the third one, super saturated solution. Okay, super saturated. Super means the extra amount of salt is added or solute is added. Here we are taking extra amount. Okay, for example, in a beaker consists of 1000 ml of water, and in this beaker we are adding 20 tablespoons of salt. Okay, so 20 എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ അത് വളരെ കൂടുതലായി പോയി. സാധാരണ നമ്മൾ 5 സ്പൂൺ 3 സ്പൂൺ അങ്ങനെയാണ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാറ്. പക്ഷെ ഇതിൽ 20 എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ അത് എക്സ്ട്രാ എമൗണ്ട് ആയി പോയില്ലേ. അപ്പൊ ഈ എക്സ്ട്രാ എമൗണ്ട് ആഡ് ചെയ്ത് ഡിസോൾവ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് സൂപ്പർ സാച്ചുറേറ്റഡ് സൊല്യൂഷൻ പറയുക. ഓക്കെ, so super saturated means extra amount of salt is added in the solution or solute is added in the solution. It belongs to super saturated category. Okay, so what are the 3 types of solutions here? Saturated, unsaturated, super saturated. What is the difference between these 3? Saturated contains maximum amount of solute. Unsaturated contains only lesser amount of solute. And the super saturated contain more amount of solute, extra amount of solute. Now look at this figure. So this figure consists of 3 different kind of solution. Okay, unsaturated, saturated, and super saturated. The first one is saturated solution we studied here. What is meant by saturated? The solution obtained by dissolving maximum amount of solute at a given temperature is known as saturated solution. Okay, that is a solution in which maximum amount of solution has been dissolved is known as saturated solution. And the second one is unsaturated solution. The solution before reaching the saturation point is known as unsaturated solution. Then what is the meaning of super saturated? Super means a solution which contains more amount of solute than that is required is to saturate. Is known as super saturated solution. Okay, so once more and revising all these points. So the first one is we studied here solution. What is the meaning of solution? Solution is the combination of solute and solvent. Which one is present in lesser amount? Solute. Okay, and the solvent is present in larger amount. So what is the meaning of solute? The substance which is present in smaller amount is known as solute, and the substance which is present in larger amount is known as solvent. Okay. So what are the different kind of solutions we are using in day-to-day life? For example, solid solution, liquid solution, and gaseous solution. Suppose if we are adding solid and liquid, we are getting liquid solution. Suppose a gas is passed through a liquid, we can obtain liquid solution such as soda water. Okay. Then which unit is used to express very minute particles? Which one? ppm. What is the full form of ppm? Parts per million. Okay. So parts per million is the unit to express the smallest amount of particles. Then what is the difference between diluted and concentrated? Concentrated means the color of intensity is very high and the number of solute is very high. And what is meant by diluted? Diluted means the color of intensity and number of solute is very less. And what about three solutions? What are the three solutions classified below the basis of which one? Size of particles such as saturated, unsaturated, and supersaturated. Saturated means the solution contains maximum amount of solute. Unsaturated means the solution contains only lesser amount. And the supersaturated means the solution which contains extra or more amount of solution. Okay, so today's class is over. Balance and we will see in the next class. Thank you.